All right, I am so excited for today's video because not only am I going to show you how to turn this into this awesome, amazing Comfrey salve, but also I have the most important of all of VIPs, like the IST. It's my mama.
Yeah, all mamas are VIPs, right?
My name is Christina and you're watching my channel, Let's Do Something Real. Okay, so when dealing with Comfrey, it can be irritating to work with. So I always wear gloves, long sleeves if you think you're really gonna get into it, but at least gloves for sure.
Thanks for the warning.
I'll let you do all that. She's tougher than she looks, it's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take away some of these leaves.
That's what I offered to do. Take away some of those leaves.
I know, man. In the spring and summer, they're very full of all the nutrients that you want. It's October. So we're just gonna use the roots right now because that's where all the good stuff is that we want. Comfrey has been cultivated for its healing properties in Greece and Italy as far back as 400 BC. I'll go into the healing properties a little bit later. First, I want to talk about Comfrey's benefits in the garden. Many species of Comfrey, like mine, are drought resistant due to their deep tap roots that can reach around 8 feet deep to get water. Those deep roots also find nutrients that are too low for other plants to access. It pulls those nutrients up into the leaves, and as the leaves fall off and decompose, those nutrients are reintroduced into the soil where other plants with shallower root systems can access them. You can literally cut and drop the leaves anywhere your soil needs improving, or you can make a compost tea with them for immediate nutrient needs.
Can't get deep enough.
There's some root. You see that white? From a permaculture standpoint, Comfrey is a massive asset. It's a huge part of the effort toward eliminating the use of store-bought fertilizers. It's a great source of nitrogen, potassium, and phosphoric acid, and you can plant it near something like a fruit tree or blueberry patch that is in a permanent home, and it will continuously provide nutrients year after year and improve the soil and support these plants just through its natural seasonal cycle. And it doesn't even need any attention other than maybe harvesting it for use as desired. It's a largely hands-off approach to maintaining healthy soil, which is really what permaculture is all about. Like, I've got the sterile kind that can only propagate through roots, and I'm super glad of that. This grows like a weed. It's got these beautiful little purple flowers on it in spring and summer. Yeah. The bees just go nuts over it.
Wait
Just
for
checking.
it. Uh-huh.
Even though my variety will not produce viable seed, it still provides nectar and pollen. It's got these beautiful little purple flowers, and not only is it pretty, but it's a great resource for bees. Okay, Mom, important question. Are you having another coffee with chill ingredients?
You mean spiked?
I do!
Sure, why not?
Okay! So I like her. So I got our Comfrey all washed up. And it's roots, so it's never gonna look totally clean.
It looks like the upside down.
That's creepy. But anyways, we're just gonna cut this up into little bits. And it's not the easiest thing because it's got that mucilaginous.
I'm not sure.
It's got that gooiness to it. It's like aloe vera kind of substance. Like, that's what's inside there.
I'm gonna chop my nails off. I just know it.
So we chopped the Comfrey up pretty small because that way we're creating lots of surface areas where the flesh of the roots can come in contact with the oil. So we can infuse as many of the beneficial properties out of those roots into the oil as we can.
I think you should have another swallow of your coffee.
Oh, it's delicious. The roots spider off in funky ways.
Kind of like ginger.
Yeah, like ginger. and it gets slippery because your hands get all that goo on it. Mucilaginous.
Gelatinous.
They're playing.
Yes, they are.
Or they're turning into werewolves. See what we're doing? All done chopping. Once we had it all chopped up, we had to dehydrate it overnight. With oil infusions, dehydration is important because removing the moisture greatly reduces the risk of any mold growing in the jar while it infuses. So I set it on the lowest setting and we called it a night. All right,
So,
we're back.
in the same place we were last time. With the same coffee.
Also magic.
I want to see it. You didn't show it to me yet.
So it's all dried up. Took it out of the dehydrator this morning. No more slime.
Still kind of looks like Halloween though.
It does kind of look a little Halloweenish.
Creepy.
But totally dry.
Okay.
So packed it all into this ball jar. We are going to start the process of infusion. And then we'll take it from there. All we're gonna do is pour olive oil up to the top.
You're gonna leave it in the jar?
Yeah.
Which one? Oh, you don't have to open it.
You and your nails. This is honestly as simple as filling the jar entirely with your oil of choice. I use olive oil because it has a longer shelf life than most, but then I just pop it into the oven on the lowest setting for 90 minutes to kickstart the infusion process. Instead of having to wait 6 to 8 weeks, I will only have to wait for more like 2 to 3 weeks. That's why I'm starting it hot, because other things I can wait for. My Comfrey salve, however, has been in too high of demand.
Most of you know that I broke my ankle about 5 years ago. And since then, I've had another surgery on it, and it's been been wreaking havoc. I have scars here, and very prominent screws in here, and all the way up in through here.
She's bionic.
Yeah. And I tried a prescription strength lotion, which didn't really work. And then I tried CBD, and it worked, but it didn't last very long, and it didn't go deep enough into the tissue. And then when I used this, it's no joke, Christina decided to make some and gave me some to try, and I put it on, and it was immediate relief, and it lasted longer than CBD. I can actually get a workout in right away.
Nice.
Rather than, so you use CBD and it doesn't, I can't, it's still not relieved enough for me to get some cardio or to do my physical therapy.
Which is important. Comfrey really shines as an anti-inflammatory for both muscles and joints. So it quickly relieves pain from arthritis, sprains, breaks, and even back pain. While relieving pain and swelling, it actually helps speed up the healing process while simultaneously increasing mobility. All right, now for the fun part. So after the oil infuses and it's ready to go, I'm just gonna put it straight into the top of my little makeshift double boiler here. And of course, I'm gonna strain out the organic matter. For this 1 pint ball jar worth of oil, I use to start about a 1/4 cup of these wax pastilles. And then I usually use a little bit more because I like the consistency to be a little bit more lotiony, a little less oily. You could put essential oils like lavender or something that's like nice on the skin if you want to. But honestly, Comfrey is also very good for skin. That mucilaginous substance that we were always talking about contains allantoin, which is a humectant that boosts cell repair. So Comfrey can even help reduce scarring and expedite the healing of skin wounds. Not just scars, but things like sunburns or rashes or even acne-related damage. And the scent of it is very just light and non-offensive, so it doesn't need anything else. It can just be simply Comfrey. It really is all about utilizing the amazing properties of this single and highly available resource. Humans are a part of nature, and our bodies and our biology is designed to work in tandem with the plants and other resources around us. And nature just has so much to offer to help us support our health and wellness. You really just have to know where to look. So we are about solid now. And that is a finished jar of Comfrey Salve, ready to use by some lucky soul to alleviate their woes.
Woes.
Their woes. I had fun making Comfrey Salve with you.
Thanks. Digging in your yard.
I'm innocent in this.
Totally. But it was fun.
It was fun. Thanks for joining us. We had tons of fun sharing this journey, and hopefully you enjoyed it too. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. It's beyond appreciated. And of course, go get happy.